Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In between last episode and recording this episode, I did a little bit more research because it struck me that I might have missed my opportunity with the pet here to get it to evolve into one of the better pets, and I was right. Pygmy is one of the final forms. Apparently I needed to give it enough hope to get it up before it hatched from its cocoon. So we're just going to wait until this one matures, and we'll apparently get some benefit from it, though it won't be a skill like the two best ones will. So I'll be aware of that in the future. Also, I looked at the map, and there is someone at the beach too. So after we talk to Usami, we're going to go to the beach and see who's there, just in case that is relevant to the case. Too cruel. This is just too cruel. Oh yeah, I might as well ask her about the old building's windows. Hey, do you have a sec? I need to ask you something. I don't wanna help you guys mistrust your friends. You mean you don't want to help us catch the killer? You want us all to die? What the hell? It's not like we're doing this because we want to. No, now's not the time to fight about stuff like that. More importantly, do you know why the old building's windows are covered up by iron plates? Iron plates? I covered them up so nobody makes a mistake of going inside, since it's dangerous because of the renovation. I see, the renovation. So that's why you covered them up. Because it's dangerous to go inside. Danger isn't supposed to exist on this island. Well, it does now. There's not a ton we can do about that, so we need to accept that fact so that we can move forward and survive. This isn't how it was supposed to be. But why did it get like this? It's cruel. Too cruel. Just because it's cruel doesn't mean you can just keep crying like that. Crying won't solve anything. We have to do this no matter what, damn it. You are being less than helpful, Usami. Well, let's head back out to the beach. And see who's there. Ooh, I'm able to walk again without moving my mouse. That's the first time that's worked, I think, since it stopped working. So, I don't know what fixed it, but I'm glad it did. Wiggling the mouse in a little circle was getting very old. Let's see who's down here. Right by the beach. Can I not? There we go. Oh, Akane, what are you doing out here, miss?
Yo!
How's your investigation going? Okay, I guess. How about you?
Leave it to me!
I'm moving around so I can think better. How's that working out for you? If you go for a little swim, I'm sure you'll think of something. Don't you think so? No, wait. Before you think, don't you still need some kind of clue as the first step?
Huh?
Is that how it is? Well, don't sweat the complicated stuff. Yeah, sounds like you don't sweat much of anything. I'm sure she doesn't plan on thinking or investigating. I think you're correct. Alright, we already talked to you. Looks like Chiaki is no longer outside. Is there no information about the old building? Oh, no, that's just going inside. Never mind. So we need to talk... Is that Nekomaru? What the hell was that loud voice just now? Okay, I think that was Nekomaru laughing. Did he finally get into the bathroom? There are massive gaps in the floor. I didn't realize they were that big. Anyway, we need to talk to Mikan and Mahiru, right? Was there someone else? Guess we should check just to make sure there's nothing new in each of these rooms. Right, doesn't seem to be, though Kazuichi's the only one still here. Do you have new information, or are you just saying the same thing?
I mean...
Okay, yeah.
Maybe...
Not exactly the same words, but essentially the same thing. Goodbye. What are you laughing about? There you are. Is this still locked? Oh, it seems to be open. Don't really need to go right now. There's really no need for me to go inside, except investigation? Who was in there all this time? Is that why you're happy? You finally got to relieve your bowels?
Huh?
I feel so lighthearted right now. I, Nekomaru Nidai, have been reborn. I have no intention of losing anymore. Losing to who?
Oh!
I won't lose to anyone, not even to my past self. That sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about?
Sure!
I figured that's what you're always talking about. I don't know who was behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me. Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start. Now that you mention it, you said something like that shortly after the party started. So, was someone in there, or was the door just locked? How'd you get in? Right?
Sheesh!
However, if you think I'd be angered by something like that, you've all underestimated my nerve and patience.
Oh!
Do all and achieve all with one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader.
Fool!
In other words, a leader must never falter in any situation, but always have the presence of one's mind. He says that, but I'm pretty sure he was shaken up by that whole ordeal. Oh well, best not to get into it. Anyway, so you're saying the bathroom door was shut from before the party started to after the blackout?
So what I mean is...
Well, it was shut right before we went out and talked to everyone, so it was longer than even until the blackout. And the bathroom was finally unoccupied after Byakuya's body was found. That's about how long that lasted. What he said sounds stupid and irrelevant, but I should remember it just in case. Yeah, it's fishy. Doesn't sound irrelevant to me at all. I'm still not sure we've uncovered any evidence that directly proves who the killer is. Will it still not let us go in here? Nope. I think it's relevant. I think we should go in there. You got anything new, Ibuki? Okay, no, we're just repeating.
Hey!
Everyone!
What the?
Ow!
Turn the damn lock!
You guys?
Perhaps...
Okay, I don't think we're going to get any new information from these guys, probably just Mayuru and Mikan, but I'm going to check just in case.
Amazing!
Alright, yeah, nothing new here. Let's see what our two investigators helping us out have discovered. Let's see. Were we supposed to talk to Chiaki about something too? Maybe? She certainly moved since last time. Just as I thought. It seems there's no way to get under the floor from inside this whole building. Maybe. Oh, okay. She was checking for ways to get under the floor. Maybe the way is in the bathroom and it was just locked until now? So it's just as Nagito said. If that's the case, I guess I should give up on finding Gundam's earring. I don't think finding his earring is that important. It's just investigating whether someone could have stabbed Byakuya from under the floor that's important.
Hey!
Hey, you're here. Where the hell did you wander off to? I was investigating. Did you complete what we asked you to do and what you volunteered to do? Yeah. I see. Well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. Maybe you should focus on yourself, okay? Worry about what you do and not what everyone else does. So, did you find anything? Yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey.
Well, just take a look at this. Okay? Just as you told me, using the 2 photos I took before the blackout. I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. When I did, this diagram was the result. Okay. So Chiaki outside, she's not sure. Nice question marks, I appreciate that. Those are assumptions, we're not sure they were there. We're actually pretty sure that Pekka wasn't in the office room, though. She may have left it when the lights went out, so that could be an explanation for her. Is when the blackout occurred, she took the case and got out of there to protect it. Though I'm not sure. Alright. So Nagito was closest to where Byakuya ended up dying, but Byakuya was very far away from that table. Nagito was also closest to the air conditioner, though that's not super important as it was a preset thing. Okay, and Teru Teru was ostensibly in the kitchen. Yeah, gotcha. I've made this diagram from analyzing these photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought, Byakuya was standing a far distance from that table. It's impossible, there's no way he'd be able to move that far during the blackout. I don't think that that's true. Huh? What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? That seems to be the power cord for the lamp? It's the desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it just in case. The power cord for the desk lamp. If that cord is extending from the table where Byakuya was killed, that means it's plugged in? So did you find something? Not sure. It's not clear to me yet. Me either. Why is that relevant? I guess you're right. I didn't really understand it myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labor. Could it really be a potential clue? Did she capture the desk lamp in any of the photos? Did it show it was unplugged before the blackout? No, it wasn't a waste at all.
Huh?
It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that a clue is hidden here. An extremely important clue. Okay. Well, I am unaware of what it is at present. Can we... It won't let us look directly at the lamp. Let's look at this just one more time, okay? Okay, it catches your eye. Why does the lamp catch your eye? Rather heavy. Right, it would have been useless during the blackout, so why is it important? If I must. Okay, yeah, I remember. Alright, and we can't look at the lamp or the cord. Yeah, I'm really unsure how the desk lamp is relevant to any of this. What'd you find out, McCann? If you'd like, I can tell you a little bit of what I want to say. Did you find out anything? I tried, within reason, to perform an autopsy on Byakuya's body.
Well...
And I discovered that there were several puncture wounds around Byakuya's chest and abdominal region. Deep wounds, deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. It can be assumed that a very thin, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to... So in other words, the skewer. It is the skewer that's the murder weapon. Stab him over and over again, which is what I... It's okay, calm down. We're going to get through this. Are you okay? I'm sorry. Talking about it made me sad. No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you wanted to say. So why have we been unable to find the murder weapon? He had to have been stabbed from under the floor, right? There's got to be a way to get under this floor, because we've searched everywhere and have yet to discover that skewer. We need to get into the bathroom. Still around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl or a skewer. Okay. Oh, is that it? So we're not going to get into the bathroom? Did we get a truth bullet for what Mahiru told us about the lamp? I don't remember. Oop, wrong function key there, if I could speak. Truth bullets. Doesn't actually seem that we got a truth bullet for Mahiru's layout there. I'm still really unsure what this has to do with anything. Maybe it has nothing to do with anything and it's a red herring. Okay, I guess we're beginning the trial.
Alrighty, guys! It's finally time! That's right! It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Where do these trials take place?
Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it.
Oh, okay, so that place that looks like it's a building but we haven't been able to get to yet.
That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon.
Alrighty. A mountain with a carving of Monokuma's face at the central island. We going to get teleported? Oh, we are on the central island. Where are we? Okay, so it doesn't matter which way we go, it's equidistant. Or maybe not. Here it is. It's a Monokuma Mount Rushmore. Okay, let's do this. Hello, everyone.
Are you kidding me?
What the heck is that mountain? When did that get here? I don't know. I don't remember seeing it before. I remember seeing this sort of sandy area. Maybe it is new? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma? The same way they made Mount Rushmore with lots of dynamite. Dynamite.
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all this. Oh, you're talking about whoever just died's theory, Byakuya. We'll just call him Byakuya, okay? We know it's not, but since we don't know a name, it's easiest just to refer to him as Byakuya. Yes.
You are right.
We still needed his knowledge. I still can't believe he's dead. Uh-huh. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Aw, hell nah. There's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with me!
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey, come on now.
If you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey,
Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
huh?
Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive. Well, not all of us. There have definitely been others besides him not doing anything at all.
Wait!
Mahiru, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam?
What happened, sinner?
I am right here.
Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to. Not sure you're a main character, sir. Well, I guess that'll depend on whether you're the killer here or the next victim. What?
Hey.
It seems you noticed it too. Did you get your earring back? Or is it the one on your left ear that was missing? Were you wearing one or two earrings? If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Alright, now that everyone's all together, well, hopefully Gundam did get his earring back so he can tell us how he got under the floor. Let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Wait!
Please wait a second.
What's this?
My, Manami. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you. Think she's going to get punched again.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochistic mascot!
Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Oh, wow, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. Think you mean beats, not dotes? I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles. I imagine he's going to open a way.
What's going on?
He mentioned something about a secret entrance. Was it? Secret entrance. Okay. Really? Okay, so looking at it triggered it? It's a little weird. What the? Something's shaking. This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. Okay. Well, that certainly is original.
No way.
Could it be he is telling us to enter it? I think that is a reasonable interpretation.
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Maga Z is trembling with fear. Which one is that?
Whoa!
It's so totally suspicious.
Hey!
Forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already. Are you admitting to killing Byakuya? Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way!
There's just no way we'll find the killer. Well, I hope we do. I currently have no solid idea who it is, so either I've missed something or we're meant to discover during the trial.
Stupid!
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. I'm just going to stop complaining about the way she is. Hopefully she'll improve as time goes on. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Yes, let's do that, since it is a video game. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. You know what? Before we get in here, this just occurred to me. I need to purchase some more skills if it will still let me, just in case it won't once the trial starts, because I'm not going to be getting any more crystals. Alright, so we've got 5 crystals to spend. I think I'm going to take Lost in Thought to slightly increase the time limit for each phase. Alrighty. Hopefully that helps. Let's go. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. And when each of us entered Monokuma Rock, it exploded and killed us all. Or just sank. Oh.
Huh?
Another elevator sequence. I see. This entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
If he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my own teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. I don't really blame you for being scared stupid. How deep does this go? There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then, the elevator door opened slowly, or slowly open, whichever way you care to say it.
Welcome!
Okay, very similar to the trial rooms of the first game.
Ta-da!
This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why, you?
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty looking place like this?
Don't fuck with me!
Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on! You're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. Looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked toward the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. But he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. Well, that's neat. I really like that. The person who did it is one of us. Cool, and he's got a red tint to him because he's dead. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. So right now, the most likely suspect in my mind is Teru, simply because I'm pretty sure the missing skewer is going to turn out to be the murder weapon. That doesn't guarantee that he was the one that did it, but that's what I'm leaning towards. Of course, it could be Fuyuhiko. Could be that we learned from Gundam there was actually a way to get in from outside. We'll see. I mean, honestly, it could be anyone at the moment. We don't have anything definitive yet. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. It's either one of us or all of us. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yes, please. Set skills. Have we not done that already? Or is this an opportunity to purchase skills at the last minute? Oh, no, we've just bought them. We haven't equipped them. Well, hopefully we have enough points to equip everything we bought. Oh, that's not the case. Charisma. Okay, I'm going to take cool and composed over lost in thought. So if I had paid attention and realized we only had 20 points, I should have gotten another 4-point one so that we could have equipped everything. But what's done is done. I think that steadying our aim is going to be more useful than slightly increasing the time limit for each phase. Hopefully that's so. Oh, and we can change the difficulty? We're going to try it as is.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Yes.
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry.
I don't know if I believe that. I mean, I don't know who's controlling you this time or what the deal was, but when the person... I guess I shouldn't worry about spoilers from the first game, but warning, spoilers. If during the first game when Junko was controlling you, she did cheat at the end, so maybe it'll be fair and maybe it won't. But there's nothing we can really do about that. Just be alert.
I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Right, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Sorta.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Well, unless we discover that you could have gotten under the floor from the outside.
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Because if I hadn't made this clear, I think that we've pretty much proven that the killer did it from under the floorboards with the skewer. We just haven't actually found the skewer or how they got under the floorboards yet.
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. So at this point, since we do understand that the murderer was under the floor, Byakuya was most likely going for the knife that he himself had stashed there. If we can't do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. Yes, it is. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. Okay? As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. Alright, it's just like the first game. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Here we go! Knife, bloodstain, gaps in the floorboard. Okay, so only 3 truth bullets. Let's start.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table
Gauges are certainly different.
at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Okay, so
Huh? Why?
it's the blood stain.
Obviously, by hiding the body,
They didn't move the body.
they tried to delay its discovery. Like a dog burying a bone.
Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. Yeah, the blood pool.
Why was Byakuya's body
Can we fast forward
in a
or slow
place
down?
like
Or
that?
His body was
apparently we
underneath the
can't slow
table
down.
at the very back of the
Guess
dining
that's not
hall.
important since
After
there's
the
no
killer
white
murdered
noise yet.
Byakuya, they probably moved the body.
Huh?
Oh, darn it.
Why? Obviously, by hiding the body, they tried to delay it like a dog burying a bone.
Why was Byakuya in a place like
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining
The
hall.
indicator of where the
After the
statements
killer
are is
murdered
different too.
Byakuya.
Not nearly as informative.
They probably moved the body there.
Oh, we can. I was just pushing the wrong button. I
No,
can
that's
slow
wrong.
down. Alrighty. Guess I should have looked at the controls, but we got there.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Yeah, you didn't.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Jeez, you don't have to be so cruel.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Because that's where he died.
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
That's what I just said.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the
I
table.
mean, we know the reason. He was going after that knife.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
Alright, so Akane really is dumb as a bag of bricks.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
No.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
Something just occurred to me. Whoever killed Byakuya from under the floor also had to know that the knife was there and that he would go after that in the dark. So whoever did it was aware that he had stashed that there and knew that he would be in that location when the lights went out. Interesting.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table was to get the knife. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, it took me automatically in here. So, do we present the knife or do we present the duraluminum case? This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong. Well, it probably is.
Crap!
So we lost a little bit of health. Dove under the table. Okay, yeah, it's automatically taking me in here. I guess we present the knife. That's what he was after. I'm not super sure what it's wanting me to present here.
I can prove it with this.
Okay.
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon"?
No, it doesn't. In fact, it screams, "I'm not the murder weapon."
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
He put it there himself.
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment.
I don't think so.
Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
I mean, that is a possibility, but I think we can rule that out due to the other evidence showing that he was killed from under the floor, unless there is an accomplice that was meant to lure him under the table. Otherwise, I think he planted the knife there himself as a defense mechanism against other people.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
If you're going to say it was dark and he couldn't see, then we're going to be able to refute that with the night vision goggles.
This is almost like a real trial.
It's because it is a real trial, except without the rules in place that are normally there. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, we can look at the controls. Well then, have good luck and have fun. Alright. It's probably the night vision goggles. Pretty sure that's what she's going to argue.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
Okay, that's not.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Yes, he could.
No, that's wrong! No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
If he was using those night vision goggles we found under the table, he could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yes, because the case that contained them originally was in his other duraluminum case, which he had with him.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Uh-huh.
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
You have proof?
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Maruru's sudden argument? I kind of was. That's generally the protagonist's role but it's interesting. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will have to go into a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. Is this new? In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WASD keys. Yeah, this is new. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. I'm not sure I understand. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. In the bottom right corner of your screen, in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. I'm not following this. Hopefully, over the course of doing it, I'll come to understand exactly what this is talking about. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage, plus it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Alright. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, so truth blades instead of bullets, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Yeah, what is a truth blade? Terribly sorry, it appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. I think I may do that. Well then, good luck and have fun. Can I do it now? Okay. I think that's the one we want, because that's where the case for the night vision goggles was.
If you just use...
Alright, let's look at this. So we're slashing her statements. How was it that we determined which direction to slash? I'm not sure. I guess we'll just try.
The killer obviously used those night vision goggles.
Oh, no, gotcha.
That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
Okay, so we can cut multiple... What am I... Oh, I'm supposed to use the mouse. Sorry. I'm still learning. Bear with me. Just a little bit more and I can draw something out next time.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's
okay, we got
be
two.
It.
Okay, now I tap the mouse.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Oh, okay.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh, I was supposed to shoot that, wasn't I? Okay, well, we'll get this.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's... So those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Did I get it? I think I did. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mayuru's claim with evidence.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the... I mean, in reality...
Okay, I didn't do it quick enough.
So those goggles were planned. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh, darn it. I'm not supposed to slash that last time. I'm supposed to click the mouse button. At least it's not punishing me, at least too badly.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what... So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Aha! Finally
Allow
got
me
it.
to cut through those words.
Okay, that's cool. That's different.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party.
Okay, I've been mispronouncing that. It's Duralumin. Duralumin, not Duraluminum.
He found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well.
Thank you for the summary.
Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Thank you.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
No, it was taped under the table.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It wouldn't, but we have proof of where it actually was.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Okay.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
Probably. The knife was brought in the Duraluminum case along with the night vision goggles too. It may have been brought in it, but that's not where it was at the time. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. Yeah, it was duct taped.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found.
Huh? Duct tape?
They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Mm-hmm.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
He got a threatening letter.
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
No, it's not.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
Something like that?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Yes, I do. That's right, Byakuya probably knew there was... And it's automatically taking me in here, which I know what it's asking this time, so... This.
I can prove it with this! Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Hey, the hell is this?
It's a warning, or a threat, however you want to interpret it. This is why he did what he did.
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
It does indeed seem that Nagito is taking the Kyoko role in this one.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
Who did write the letter?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Uh-huh, what does that mean?
Those are still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
The question I'd like to know is, did he decide to assert himself as leader before or after the letter?
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
Though, now that I think about what the letter actually said, he had already asserted himself as leader because it said someone will be killed tonight. So he received it that morning. That's when he decided to have the party. Okay, worked it out.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
Probably.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. His strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
I don't know, it's in very blocky print, so I'm guessing someone was trying to disguise their handwriting.
Well, obviously, the killer.
I don't know if that's true either. Okay, I can't advance. Oh, now I can. Is it really one of us? Yes. Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
Is that the earring you had lost, Gundam? Did you get under the floor and get the earring back? If you did, please let us know.
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
Sure.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I think Kazuichi is infatuated.
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
Yes?
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
Doesn't mean they didn't have a pair themselves if it turns out there was someone in the room that was going for that knife. It's just that they didn't leave them behind.
But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
You're assuming there was only one set of night vision goggles if this scenario that we're putting forth is accurate. And there's no proof that that's the case.
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
Go ahead, glow-in-the-dark paint, if that's what you're getting at. No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. I still don't buy this, but I guess we'll follow it to where it's going because we have no choice.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark.
But you'd already have to be close to the table because we were in the dark and were unable to see the glow through the tablecloth, so...
In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They did.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Okay, so that's starting to eat away at my theory that Byakuya put the knife there. Because that would mean that he was the one who set all the stuff to go off at 11:30 to kick the breaker too. So maybe it wasn't him. So, yeah, I'm not sure now.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
Maybe? Probably?
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
No, that's not how it happened. But how it happened, we'll need to wait until next time because this video has gone on for long enough. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, let me know in the comments by leaving a like, and of course subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.